McFly, Kelly Collis are returning to the airwaves.
I'm so excited for you. I'm looking at the app right now.
Welcome back, Tommy and Kelly!
The Tommy Show took pride in being an active member of the local community.
Thrilled for you.
And for making DC a happier place.
Congratulations, Tommy and Kelly, on the launch of your new Tommy Show 2.0.
Get on it, people. Share that out.
And folks, it's the news we've all been waiting for. The Tommy Show, it's coming back.
Live from DC, it's The Tommy Show. Broadcasting around the Beltway and beyond. Real fun DC. Starring Kelly Collis and Tommy McFly. Another hour of The Tommy Show starts now.
Sorry, Kelly. I was just looking in the camera of our live stream and then looking at the video monitor of our live stream. It's like when you go in the dressing room at a department store and you see you on repeat for 1,000,000 times.
Yes, and a child gets entertained by that.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's Tommy McFly for you.
Basically, it was the same thing as that insurance commercial where the emu runs into the door. Because it sees its reflection.
I want a pet emu because of those commercials. I just want to put one on a leash and walk around.
Well, I feel like the whole idea was to sell insurance, but hey, maybe they're selling emus. Who knew?
I love it. And I'll just throw in a Geico too, or Gecko. Gecko, get the camel too. You get the whole cast
deal.
of them.
You get a caveman.
Yeah.
Not a Geico commercial, but it could be. What's going on? How you doing?
Oh, well, because we haven't talked about Meghan Markle in a while, I thought it would be a good time to talk about it. Because,
Thank you. I was wondering if she was all right and what she's been up to.
Well, Elton John, Pink, and Ellen DeGeneres are all in her corner. So this is the controversy that has been going down. Apparently, Meghan and Harry have gone on a couple little trips with the baby. They went to Ibiza for a couple days. They went to Nice in France for a little getaway.
As you would if you're a Duchess and Duke.
As you can,
Right.
as clearly they could. And they took private jets there. Now, the issue with it is that they're both very vocal about being environmentalists.
Uh-huh.
And I guess flying a private jet is not carbon neutral.
Right.
I guess there are ways you can do that. It's complicated. I'm not going to get into that.
It involves coasting mostly.
Well, there's ways that...
No, it doesn't involve coasting.
No, not coasting, but there are ways that... Anyway, not to get into the weeds on that. What I want to talk about is that, one, they took Elton John's jet.
Oh.
And it was for safety because, they've got the little baby and they've got all their stuffs and they're, presumably their pack and play, her pump, a stroller, all the things that you bring with a baby.
I mean, most new moms fly private. That's how they get places.
But she's just been, especially Meghan, been bullied for being a diva, for not really following what she preaches. And Pink came out and said, the social media is not to be used to bully. You don't know the situation. Ellen DeGeneres came out and said, they are the most down-to-earth, compassionate people, referring to, of course, Meghan and Harry. Imagine being attacked for everything you do when all you're trying to do is make the world a better place.
Aw.
So it's just interesting that the celebrities are coming out in her defense. And, of course, Elton John is furious because he's extremely protective of Harry because him and Harry's mom, Princess Diana, were very, very close.
Well, and to quote the philosopher Taylor Swift, the hater's going to hate, 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 hate.
Or you need to calm down.
Also that. I feel like, though, they are, yes, a private jet is not super carbon neutral, but if I were Prince Harry, I would take a private jet to the market. He's a prince, for gosh darn sake.
Well, and given how his mother passed, there is a lot of media interest in them.
Right.
And especially with the baby. Baby comes first. Mama and Papa Bear.
You mean safety from paparazzi? I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that's
I just
why
thought
Elton John's being so protective.
Right. Because he doesn't. Okay, yes, even more so.
Yeah, so that's just an interesting story that's kind of bubbling.
It's not carbon neutral? Paparazzis on mopeds.
Ooh, good point.
Where's the bell? I'm basically the palace spokesperson.
You wish.
That's awful. Well, I'm glad Pink is in their corner.
Yes, of course, because she's had her share of bullying about her practices about parenting. So,
just be nice on the internet, folks. Just be nice.
Sometimes it's hard to do
when it comes to the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So, The Matrix 4 is coming out, which is nuts. You told me this morning, and I'm so excited.
Yes, it's been 20 years since the first one came out.
It is the mental projection of your digital self.
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
Yeah, simply.
You know what's funny though? Like, this is 20 years old.
Right.
This line,
It is the mental projection of your digital self.
20 years ago, I was like, what? But now I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Totes.
Because you have a digital footprint online.
It's just funny how things have changed in 20 years.
Yeah, so it'll be really interesting when this movie comes out. Apparently, the some of the original cast is back, including Keanu Reeves. And Lana Wachowski, who directed and wrote the script for the first 3, is also coming back. So
cool.
I never really got into The Matrix. It was a little too heady for me. But people are freaking out about this, of course.
It's absolutely wild.
Yes. I was actually telling my 15-year-old son he needs to watch the original one, and he watched the trailer. He's like, I don't understand. I'm like, you just need to sit down.
I wonder if to a 15-year-old who was, born in a more digital age, I wonder if he would be like as enthralled by the whole thing as we were.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Right? Because I feel like when the first one came out, I stared at that screen like a monkey doing a math problem. I was like, what is happening on the movie screen?
I know.
But now as we're like actually closer to the Matrix being real,
well, I don't know if we're closer to it being real.
We're closer than we were in 1999. We were concerned that the clocks changing would blow up the world, and that seemed to go fine.
Y2K.
Yeah, those were the days.
Today's a big day in baseball. Our team that we're cheering on from South Riding, Virginia, in Loudoun County, is playing their 3rd game. Hopefully they'll get another no-hitter like they did with the first 2. But what's really cool, at some of the Dick's Sporting Goods out in Loudoun County, they have T-shirts supporting the team that they have not been able to keep in stock.
Awesome.
And I just love it that grown-ass adults are cheering on this little league team as they make their way in the World Series. There also have been several watch parties that have been planned in Glory Days in Stone Ridge, Velocity Wings in South Riding for today's game. And there's also been shuttle buses going up to Pennsylvania to cheer them like in real life.
Oh, cool.
So I just think it's so great, and it's just so local and so exciting, and this is just a great team with a lot of talent.
So how many rounds of the World Series are there? Do you know this?
I don't know exactly. I don't want to speak out of turn, but there are basically 2 tracks that are happening. There's like a losing bracket, and then there's the winning bracket. They're, of course, in the winning bracket. And it's not like the professional World Series. They play one team once.
Yeah, it's not 7 games. That would take months.
It would take months. So it is supposed to wrap up this weekend. So we are getting towards the end of it, because the children's they've got to go back to school.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Man, what a letdown would that be if you're one of the South Riding Little League kids, young men, and you go all that way, and maybe you win, maybe you come in 4th, maybe whatever you come in, you're like, this has been an amazing ride, and then somebody back at school was like, time for algebra now. And you're like, but I was just on ESPN. I'm sorry, solve for X.
Well, Loudoun does start tomorrow.
Yeah, what a culture shock for those kiddos.
I think they seem like very well-adjusted kids. I think it's just so great to see them out there playing, and their parent. I can't imagine being a parent. I'd be losing my ish.
You would have to be medicated. If your kid was in that, we would have to just sedate you.
My son's team, when he was 12, won their Little League grouping here in D.C., and they were underdogs. It was just like incredible. To this day, and I have been to playoff games and Stanley Cup games, to this day, it is the best game I have ever seen in my entire life, because they won. And it was like I got the trophy.
Well, it is weird you keep it in your room.
No, my son won't let me do that. I've tried.
We yesterday announced our brand new nonstop Real Fun playlist. So every day, starting at 10 a.m. until 3, and then again after 8 p.m., we are playing nonstop Real Fun music to fill out your day. And we did this because the DC radio scene has been kind of a dumpster fire lately. We made the whole announcement yesterday on National Radio Day, where we're going to be playing commercial-free all of the songs, but we're not just doing like a corporate playlist, because A, we don't have a corporate, and B, we want to do something that is curated for and by our Tommy Show family.
Yes, and so we've had a lot of fun taking in some requests, if you will.
Right, which is I think what's going to be really cool about this playlist, because we want you to suggest songs that you love that you think more people should know about. That you just have on repeat that you want folks to hear, because if we're like, hey, request your favorite song, that's called Apple Music, and you can pick any song you want whenever you want it. but we want to create a community and we want to create a place where we can discover stuff together. You can find music you didn't know about.
It doesn't have to be on repeat. It could be a song that you haven't heard in a long time.
That's totally true, too. And so the open mic button in the Tommy Show app where you can record a message was en fuego yesterday with a bunch of requests.
Hey guys, it's Harris. Really excited about your new non-stop playlist during the day. Personally, I'd love to hear Lizzo's Truth Hurts. I feel like I'm the only guy who actually is obsessed with this song, but it's just so damn catchy. And when she performed at the BET Awards a month or so ago, it was on fire.
I'd like to hear Better Than That by Sub Radio because it's super catchy, plain and simple. I know from seeing the band live that they have everything they need to be hugely successful, but all it will take is someone taking a chance on one of their songs.
Sub Radio is a local DC band, too.
Oh, very cool.
Which I didn't know about. I listened to their music yesterday. They're so good. They're very like upbeat and fun. Love them.
Tommy, but you have to wait for the label to tell us to play them, and we have to only play them at certain times of the day because that's how it works.
No, Kelly, that's not how our channel works.
Hey, Tommy and Kelly, can you play Taylor Swift, You Need to Calm Down? It's one of my favorite songs of 2019. I love the video. It makes me so happy to watch it, and all of my favorite LGBTQ people are in the video. Not to mention, it's just a really fun video to watch, and the song is so awesome. So I'd love to hear it. Thanks.
You know what I thought would be really cool as a throwback? The original We Are the World.
Yes.
Hi, Tommy and Kelly, it's Paige. Could you guys please play the song Something Wild by Lindsey Sterling? I picked that song out for our daughter, Harper, your smallest fan, when I was pregnant with her, to remind her that when things get rough in her life, she can always come home to a safe and loving place.
Okay, real talk. I thought of some more songs that are gonna be well liked by people other than me. Sarah Bareilles has a new album out, and for whatever reason, I don't hear it on terrestrial radio. There is a fabulous, the first track is called Fire, so I think that should go in the rotation. And then also, I've always loved George Michael's Freedom.
That isn't a great song, too.
Freedom!
Oh, that's so good.
So you use the open mic button, send us a message, and then senior intern Little Fox is working on getting all those songs in. How are you? We're good. I want to celebrate you. Little Fox became a real morning person yesterday.
Oh, don't call her out, Tommy.
I'm not calling her out. It's worth celebrating.
Oh.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, that's no.
I think it's a great thing.
No. That is to keep to yourself. I'm with Little Fox on this one.
Okay, well, I think you're amazing, and I was proud of you yesterday. Nice work.
Jeez, you don't call someone out on that.
I think it's like a badge of honor.
Right, that's like Fight Club. You keep it amongst yourself.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, Little Fox, and thank you for all that you do. Wow. All right. Didn't realize I was going to turn so quickly on me.
Sorry, Tommy.
Man, I was just trying to do a good thing. I was just trying to
We know it wasn't nefarious, but just shut it down.
I wasn't being nefarious, but just shut it down.
Yes.
Perfect. Bye, fam.